Sunday, December 20, and we were going to watch the first semi-final of Memory League Season 10 already here, and we had Alex Mullen versus Boris Konrad, and I had as my co-commentator today Katie Kermody from England. Thank you, Katie, for joining us. It was very, very nice to have you on the stream. And let's get into the match. And Boris chooses first, and he chooses images. And Alex looking at two images at the same time. Boris one image at the same time. And in the end, Boris stopped the clock at 14.69 and Alex at 16.06. And for both, the recall was not flawless. Alex with the daisy flower here, daisy flower wrong, and Boris also with some problems here, especially the cats here. There were two cats, one in the end and a cat in the middle. So the question is he able to get these cats correct? Alex, in the meantime, getting up to 26, and he stayed up to 26. So Boris just needed one more. Even if he would not figure out the cats, he would win this here. And the question is, would he change something here? He took out the cat, and then he was thinking for quite a while. And in the end, he made the wrong decision with the cats, but he still won that and leads 1-0 after the first match of images. He does not look satisfied here, but he was leading 1-0. And then Alex chooses cards. He's so strong in cards, almost never fails if he goes for a time around 20 seconds, but never say never. So this time again, Alex going for a nice time, 21 seconds in the end, and Boris playing it safe, going for 60 seconds, hoping for a mistake here. And during the recall, it looked in the beginning good for Alex, but then he struggled here. The two of clubs is wrong and mixed up with the two of spades. Would he realize that in the next minutes, or would he might make a mistake here? Still, Boris would have to figure out his stake. And Alex was producing more mistakes here. Again, the wrong card, and Boris with bigger gaps here, also with some misclicks maybe, but getting closer to his full deck. And at this point it looks very red here for Alex, but these last cards he would just have to shift. The question was, can he figure out this two of spades problem here? And then he was putting it out and putting the other card in correctly, and that means now he just has to shift the last cards. 1 minute 20 seconds left. Boris already done watching and enjoying the match of Alex here. And in the end he saw Alex shifting all these cards here, as it is usual for him with his system, and fixing also the remaining gaps here. And so Alex didn't fail here, but figured it out in the end and get up to 1-1. Well done. And that means it was 2-1 for Alex, and the next discipline then was numbers. And also numbers is a discipline where Alex has a huge advantage, but let's take a look on this trial. Boris versus Alex. And usually you expect Alex to be faster here. Maybe Boris going for 60 seconds to see if Alex can get everything correct. But this time Boris stopped the clock earlier, 17.6. That was quite surprising. And the question was, can he get it correct? Alex was 18.22 seconds here. Very solid recall. No problem so far. Everything green. And Boris also not too bad. But now a gap here for Boris. One gap, 6 digits. And the Alex on the side gets everything together. But still, this discipline, of course, was not won. Because Boris, can he figure it out? Still a lot of gaps, but also a bit of time left here. So right now he has 2 gaps with fixed digits, 1 mistyped here, and now he fills the first gap. And that makes it 70 for Boris. And we are jumping a bit further here. 30 seconds left, and it looked really that Alex would get this point here. And just 25 seconds left. Can Boris get at least 1 gap closed here? He was thinking very, very long, and then suddenly he fixed these 3 digits here. So could he come up with the last gap? Just 10 seconds left, but we have seen something like that here. So can Boris do it? Just 7 seconds, 5 seconds, and in the end he wasn't able to do that, and he just typed 55555, and a bit of bad luck, but a very strong time here for Boris, almost getting it, and that was really, really nice. So 3-1 for Alex, and next discipline, words. Boris had in the past, a couple of years ago, also the world record for memorizing words, and he stopped the time here in 49 seconds, which is quite strong. Alex going a bit more safe here, and we are going into the recall. And with just 1 minute 40 seconds on the clock, Boris already up to 46 words, but with mistakes. Alex with 1 gap at word number 3 and still thinking about a couple of words. He has to speed up a bit, but he was starting to close these blanks here. And while Boris was still up to 47, now 48, Alex was closing in here, 49. Now he would win. If Boris gets 1 word correct, then he would win. So the question was, can Boris get 1 more word to win it on time? But then suddenly Alex found the vegetarian. The vegetarian was missing, getting up to 50, and that would mean that Boris would need 2 more words, and he wasn't able to figure that out. So Alex won words, and we are up to 4-1. And then they went with international names, which is really for many people the most difficult discipline here, because the names are so much more difficult than national names. And in the end, Boris stopped the time a bit under 60 seconds, which is always very, very good to do. But in the end, it was a clear win by Alex. And that means he would have now 4 match points. And the next discipline would be cards or numbers, which was chosen then by Boris. And Boris chooses numbers next. And in the first attempt, he was quite good. So he might push Alex here for a faster time and might by himself go for 60 seconds. But no, both went for a fast time. Alex 15 seconds, Boris 16 seconds. And the recall started quite furious for both. And Boris with 1 typo here. Maybe a typo, but everything else green. But then the first gap here for Boris, while Alex was typing constantly without any errors. He gets to the last 6 digits and gets them done here. 80 digits in 15.4 seconds and just 35 seconds recall. And that was the match point for Alex. He wants that Boris gets up to 71, but that was not enough. So congratulations, Alex Mullen, to advancing to this final of Memory League Season 10. Boris, I mean, your number scores were quite surprising.
Thanks. Yeah, I went in the second step if I go the same strategy as for Simon and then go for 60 and hope this push for Alex pushes him a second too fast. But no, I felt good about the first attempt and was also less optimistic. Alex makes a mistake in numbers than with Simon. So I thought maybe at least I can get down a really great number score for once. But yeah.
Alex, the first cards run, that was quite a hard work, wasn't it?
Yeah, the problem was that I misread the image that was King of Diamonds, 2 of Spades. I misread it as King of Diamonds, 2 of Clubs, and so I had it put in there, and then I got confused later on when the 2 of Clubs and the 2 of Hearts came up. I thought it might be, because once you make a mistake, you're kind of in this game of, well, did I make a mistake on the first one or the second one? And usually, like just as a general rule for myself, I try to go with the one that I read in the first position. And so I decided to kind of go with that one as the one that I thought was the correct one. Because